Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I share and I talk about my life because this is like hitorigoto channel. That means talking to myself. So today I'm going to talk about my experience of dealing with my depressions. As some people who actually watch my previous videos, you might know that I am suffering and battling my depressions. I'm doing the cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm taking antidepressant, and also like there's another medical conditions that I'm suffering from. So I'm doing the testosterone replacement therapy and so on. So I'm going to talk about what has been happening to me as the way that I'm trying to deal with my depressions. And then I decided to take some time off from work so that I can really focus on my recovery and everything. And in something that's very surprising is actually happening to me right now. So what has been happening is that as soon as I get into the time that I don't have to work because I took some time off, my conditions, my symptoms of depression got actually worse. And then it made me feel very surprised. I got panicked, even though I prepared myself for this one because one of the things that I decided to deal with my depression is that I will actively seek for information from the doctors, professionals, both online, offline, so that I can make informative decisions. Some of my friends gave me advice that don't really look into a lot of information about the depressions, just focus on yourself and take your time and believe that it will get better. If you try to get into so much information, it's just gonna create confusions, and if things don't go away as what medical profession says, offline, online, or like the experience shared by other patients, you will feel actually disappointed, and then that's just gonna make everything a lot worse. But I know myself, I want to know as much as possible so that I can make an informative decision. So I've been looking for informations, and one of the things that a lot of medical professions, including my doctor, is that once I take some time off from work and everything, in a short period of time, my symptoms would actually get worse. And I didn't really believe it, but anyway, like I was trying to prepare myself for it mentally. Like if something like that happens, I'm just gonna stay at home and everything. But up to the point, I was feeling much better. Like effexor, the medications that I took, the side effect is completely gone, and it seems to be really working on my body so that I can feel more, I can think more clearly, and then I don't really feel depressed that much. The mood swing is not, it's not a lot. So I felt more stable, I felt more myself. So I was having this kind of like the positive thinking, probably that it will just simply continue to get better. And then like those kind of things that I learned from online, and also the doctor says that as soon as I get into like some time off, I'm gonna get worse. I didn't believe that, but I am experiencing right now that all of a sudden I felt worse. I got depressed, and then I feel so down. And even though I thought I was ready for it, I got so much information and knowledge, but still that made me feel panicked. And then that made me feel like, okay, I did I like go back to the square one, like from the beginning. I thought I was getting better. If this is the situation, will I ever get better? I got scared, I got confused, and then it was very hurtful and painful. And then like I feel like there's no hope. But there is a part of me which is a logical part of me telling me that okay, Yasu, this is exactly what you learned from online. This is exactly what your doctor told you. It's just one of the things that you need to go through. So give yourself time, just let it be, stay home, and then just sleep. And it really helped me. And also like the every day I make notes on my regarding my conditions. So I actually went back to my notes and then like kind of like compare what I'm feeling, like what I was feeling lately, and then what I felt a month ago, and so on. And then I can really see that even though I was not feeling well now, I'm not feeling well now, but my condition right now is much better compared to what has been happening to me a month ago. And it really gave me a hope, and then it helps me to pull myself together. And then after a few days, I am getting better again. I feel much better, but still, it's a very tricky cycle. I can understand why some people feel like trapped into a bad cycle that people are feeling like, okay, I'm doing the treatment, taking medications, I'm feeling much better, and then it's just gonna, there's a hope and expectations that, oh, we're just gonna simply get better. And then all of a sudden, it got crushed. You feel so down, you feel there's no hope, you're panicked, and then if you let it consume you, then it would be much harder for you to get out of the hole. And I was getting there, but the logical part of me really helped me. So the reason that I'm sharing this, my experience, is because I underestimated what my doctors said, what I learned from other medical professions online, offline, what they warned, what they shared. It could happen, and it happened to me. And then now I learned much better. What I meant is that there are cycles that I would actually have to go through, most likely, and I will try not to underestimate those things in the future. But I can kind of assess that it's not easy, because when the situation is getting better, I feel better, and I don't want to feel worse, and I'm not ready to feel worse. So even though the logical part of me would probably warn me that, okay, you're feeling better right now, but based on the informations and everything, there is a time that you would actually feel down and everything, so be ready for it. But when that actually happens to me, I don't think I can just deal with it logically. Most likely my emotion will take over for that moment, and then I really hope that the logical side of me will push back and then let me take control over it. So this is very normal, and if you're struggling, you're not alone. It's just that you need to probably find on your way to distinguish your baseline, some kind of benchmark that even though you feel down right now, but if you have a ways to compare what's happening right now and what happened to you like a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and it would show you that you're making progress, that's gonna make you feel better. So I encourage people to probably not really diaries because it's a lot of work, but making notes on your conditions. Prepare for the time that you don't feel well. But when that happens, you can have something to remind you that in the long run, you're getting better. And this is just a phase that you need to go through in order for you to get fully recovered. So I'm sharing this information because I think it's important, because it really affected me, and it was really painful to go through, and this will continue to happen to me, and I don't want this to happen to you guys if you are in the same situations. But regardless, this is the most likely the process that we all have to go through if you have depressions like I do. So please learn. Not from me though, I'm just sharing my personal experience, but work with your doctors, learn from medical professions, get as much information and knowledge as you can, and then find your own ways to prepare for it so that you can get through the process, the phase, and then working towards the full recovery. Anyway, so please take care of yourself, and I hope you guys gonna have a good day. Bye bye, Janet.